Hey third graders, if you remember, yesterday we did distances in metric units. Today we're going to do weight or mass in metric units. And the units we're going to use are milligrams, grams, and kilograms. And these are listed in order from smallest to biggest, okay? And there's quite a range between milligrams and grams and kilograms, okay? Milligrams are pretty tiny and kilograms are somewhat big. We'll go over what they look like and mean in just a second. Okay, when you think milligrams, think small and think precise. Milligrams are used a lot in medicine because a doctor wouldn't want to give you like way too much or not enough medicine to make you, not either too much medicine or not enough is not a good thing. So milligrams are a very small unit. Here are three, I wouldn't call them medicine, some are medicine actually. Here are three pills that and their size in milligrams. The first pill is an allergy pill my wife takes, 10 milligrams. The second pill is an iron tablet, 65 milligrams. And the third thing is an aspirin, pain reliever, 500 milligrams. I put a marker next to it just to give you some scale. So milligrams are pretty small. Let's take a little look at that little 10 milligram. Imagine if that was in 10 equal pieces, that would be 1 milligram. It's pretty small. So milligrams are for kind of micro amounts, small amounts, and precise amounts. Okay? Milligrams are the smallest unit we're going to use today. The next metric unit we're going to talk about is grams. What could we measure in grams? iPhone. What else would we measure in grams? How about like 3 slices of turkey? How much would that weigh? We'd measure it in grams. A slightly overripe banana? How much would it weigh in grams? It's bigger than those pills I showed you, but it's not very big, it's not very heavy, but it's heavier than a milligram. We'd measure in grams. A handful of tomatoes? Let's measure that in grams. A bowl of cereal? You guessed it, grams. Our next unit of weight, kilograms. So kilograms for us is going to be anything that's going to be heavier than what we would measure the grams in. Kilograms is going to be used to measure a lot. We could measure a squirrel in kilograms or a blue whale we would measure in kilograms, okay? So that is something to think about. This has a lot of elasticity to it maybe, or a lot of range maybe is a word you'd better understand. So lots of things are going to be heavy enough to weigh in kilogram. Let's go take a look at some things we'd measure in kilogram. A fairly medium-sized Australian shepherd, we'd measure in kilogram. A slightly used third grade teacher, we would measure in kilograms. How much does a crow weigh? Kilograms. How much does a bike weigh? Kilograms. Okay, this is flour. It's a spoon, a little less than a spoonful of flour. What unit would you measure that amount? How much would that weigh? You'd measure it in, that's right, you'd measure that amount in milligrams. It's flour. There's not that much of it. You'd measure it in milligrams. Hey, look, more flour. This time it's in a big glass. Notice the spoon next to it. What would we measure the glass full of flour? What unit would we use? That's right, we'd use grams. Because it's bigger than not hardly anything. It's going to be grams. And it's a glass. It's not a stadium full of flour. It's a glass. Okay, for all the money. Now, I have a big canister. There's that spoon again. I have a big canister full of flour. What would I use to measure how much the canister of flour weighs, that big cylinder of flour? That's right, kilograms. What if it was a truck full of flour? That's right, kilograms. What if it was all the flour in Minnesota? Again, the answer would be kilograms. Okay, so use this video to determine what the best, most accurate unit would be given the thing that we're measuring. Remember, milligrams are pretty small and pretty precise, very small amounts. Grams can be anything from a bird to a bird's nest to a shoe, things that have some weight, some heft, but they're not necessarily big or heavy. Kilograms are going to be used for a lot of things. A little baby or a baby elephant, a little toy metal bus or a real school bus could all be in kilograms. So think about what your best choice is. You're doing IXL as well. Good luck. I'll see you soon. I miss you so much.